Hey guys, welcome back to 6 Mile Outdoors. I'm Bobby Harris. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We're back on the turkey gun here that I've got. This happens to be my Mossberg 835. I've stripped it down and gotten it ready, but I did everything what I'm supposed to do before I go into kind of a sandblast mode. And I went and soaked everything in acetone. Then I put it in the oven and did a gas out. And I wanted to just kind of come here and explain what gas out means. I know that's probably a term that many may not have heard of, and I just want to kind of show you what I'm talking about here. For example, this particular component, it turned out real well. Everything I look at seems to be fine, and it's basically ready to sandblast. I've got no oils on this, and it's basically showing that I can go on to my next step. And so I'm going to sandblast everything, get the tube sandblast, the receiver, all that, kind of take it down to the white, or at least get it roughed up really good so it will, the paint or the Cerakote will adhere. And like I said, I'm going to Cerakote this component, bake it on, then I'll come back later, mask off the tube, and I'm going to paint this and get it ready for Hydrodip before I put the stock back on. Now I've flame treated the stock and the forearm just to prepare it for receiving the paint as well, but I'm going to put everything back together before I do the Hydrodip so that the pattern matches. But I just wanted to show you what that was. Now, real quickly, gas out. What does that mean to gas out? Well, what we're trying to do is get all the oils out of the metal, and I want to show you here, every part came out great but this barrel. And I've got the brightness turned up really bright, hopefully so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But as you'll see here, by every rib, there's an oily spot that you can see on this, and this is after I've baked it. I've baked it in the oven at about 300 degrees, and this is what happens. You'll get some places where oil gets underneath something and it starts wicking out. As you heat it up, it will start coming out. So what I've got to do is repeat this process again, go through, clean this barrel, soak it in acetone, do everything that I need to do. I scrubbed everything down. I left it soaking overnight. So this just kind of goes to show it, you might think you've got it clean, and it looked really clean, and I was very hopeful that everything was going to come out right, but this did not. And so I've got to redo this barrel again. Now, when it comes to Cerakote or even Hydrodip, if you're doing something like this, it's worthwhile to take your time and do all this correctly, because this right here will mess you up, and it's bad for the whole process. So the more time you spend doing this, the better, and making sure this is right. There's been some guns that I've done that I've had to actually gas out about 8 or 10 times just to get all the oils off of the gun, keep them from creeping out other orifices. Sometimes, like on a Savage, under the barrel nut, it will actually weep oil for quite a while until you finally get it all out. But just wanted to touch base, show you what I'm talking about. Getting ready to clean this again. I'm going to soak this in acetone again overnight and do another gas out, and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. But otherwise, I'm getting real close to being to a point where I can sandblast. Then I'll soak again in acetone, gas out one more time, just to make sure all my metals are just the way I need it before I start applying coating. Because if you take your time, do all this right, once you get this new coating applied, you won't have to worry about it. It will stick and it will stay. So just kind of bring you up to speed where I'm at. Thanks, guys. Hey, if you like what I'm doing, hit that button and subscribe. Ring that bell and you'll get notifications. But otherwise, God bless. See you again soon. Got any questions, put them in the comments below.